Have you watched the latest Chanel runway show on a subway platform in Manhattan's Bowery Station? Well, I watched this video after I saw very controversial comments online about the show. So back to the show itself, is called Media's The Art Collection. It's positioned between ready-to-wear and haute couture. And this series has been a tradition of showing off its high-end design and handicraft in luxurious settings. Very elegant, classic, and even dreamy. But this time, the storytelling has radically changed. Matthew Blazy, Chanel's new showman, says that the New York subway belongs to all, and it is a place full of wonderful encounters, a clash of pop archetypes. The clashes did happen when models dressed in the collections that just weeks after their Paris debut, walking along the stairs, coming in and out from the standstill trains, and walking back and forth on the platforms as if they were taking the subway on a regular working day. And when the music of Happy Days came out, everyone on the runway walked away as if they were leaving the station. Well, to be honest, I watched the video and I was very impressed by the show's imagination of setting and storytelling. It's fresh and lovely, and I could feel that it did break the stereotypes of the well-established brand, and it takes courage to bring such a show to such a scenario. This one moment, even I realized that the fashion industry is part of the city development, and its history and its people. But on the other hand, the common feeling is that the runway show is a kind of ironic way for the wealthy to experience the ordinary life of the general public. Some comments say this is not down to the earth, but looking down to the earth with a kind of imagination, but there's very little empathy on the general public. This reminds me of Chanel Media's The Art Collection last year in Hangzhou, China, featuring very subtle Chinese elements. The story was that apartment in Paris, Gabrielle Chanel decorated the walls with coromandel, a Chinese lacquered screens made of ebony wood. One screen on the wall of the study depicts the beautiful scenery of West Lake in Hangzhou, which is a World Heritage Site. And more than 100 years later, her model strolled upon the resplendent and shimmering West Lake. The designs were full of floral and bird patterns and lotus flowers of the lake. The runway stage was partially on the West Lake, and the whole show was like a harmonious filming involving the sky, the mountain, the lake, and the people and the dresses. Very impressive. So if I make a comparison between the two shows, I would say that it's like the novel Moon and Sixpence. Last year's show is like the moon hanging above on the sky for us to adore and imagine, while this year's show is like the experimental display of the Sixpence. And at least for now, not everyone wants to mix the moon and the sixpence. There's distance between the two, and each has its role to play.